would be absent. Grant, however, said that he never received any communication and he won't be used as a scapegoat.
That's our question. Like, hey, what did already
just wanted to share directly with the member just a few thoughts on what I regard as contemptuous behavior for the
Because Andre?
My duty is to be as fair as I possibly can, and it is certainly an honor for each of us to be elected, and more particularly a privilege to stand in this house, and in my case, mostly sit in this house and speak. Last year, I would recall that the honorable member for Fort Charlotte did exactly the same thing he is doing today. I'm not pleased about this at all. He showed up at this honorable house at the 11th hour and expected to speak. Much to the chagrin and strong disagreement from the government side, I allowed you your day. You were unapologetic then and quite presumptuous now that you would show up just about the end of the almost 2-week national debate. I would regard that honorable members as blatant abuse. You didn't call, you didn't write, you didn't indicate any remorse. And in so doing, you violated many spoken and unspoken traditions. I allowed you to speak on that occasion with the following caveat. Your actions, in my view, were disrespectful and unparliamentary. You see, Rule 86 speaks to members who are absent from this place. And every day, the honorable member, in this place, the chair receives apologies from members who are absent for various reasons. That's an honored tradition. That's a sign of respect. It hasn't happened with Fort Charlotte. And there's good reason for this. This is not to undermine or force members to submit, but there is a orderly and decency in behavior for each of us that's expected. We have a party system, which everyone works together. There's a caucus, and there's a schedule, and we all are expected to follow the schedule. Senior members of your caucus has indicated their attempt to reach you and speak to you and invite you to speak when you should, but no. But I noticed you got the memo today, and that's good, because if another member had stood when I say as many, you would not have had an opportunity to utter a word in this place today. But you won then, and you received the memo, and you apparently have shown no respect for order and decency and team play. You certainly are very presumptuous and defiant, and you show contempt for the process of this court, of this house. So, honorable member, I'm gonna, as chair, invite you to speak. But before you do, you must apologize to the chair and the house prior to you speaking in this place, because I believe you've brought contempt to the process on both sides of this house, and it is certainly unbecoming. Member for Fort Charlotte, your apology.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's evident that the chair has a bias towards this member. I wish to inform this honorable House and the Bahamian people that at all material times I've been in contact with the leader of opposition business to advise him as to the circumstances surrounding my absence to this House. If in fact there was not a communication made to you in that regard, for that, clearly there was never any intention. However, under the circumstances, the member for Central Grand Bahama can acknowledge my electronic communications to him, and there's no need for me to apologize for making those communications and making the proper information available to my leader. So I thank you for the opportunity to speak.
Member, take your seat. Resume your seat. Member for Central Grand Bahama, that's not the understanding I received. You're going to need to help the chair because I take this matter very seriously. I'm not, the member is on his feet accused the chair of being biased. We were here last year. We were faced with an impasse. The member was allowed to speak on the principle of freedom of speech. The situation is somewhat different to the extent that I've spoken with the leader of the opposition, a member for Kalani, and I've spoken with you in camera regarding this matter, and my understanding was clear that the member had not followed the directives or the wishes of this caucus, and for some reason the member wanted to delay his attendance here today or otherwise, because I am assured that the member came today only because he received the memo from the chair. Member for Central Grand Bahama.
I have been in communication with the member for Fort Charlotte concerning his attendance here, but I wish to add that he did not advise me that I should advise yourself as Speaker.
Very well, I was not advised. The chair is still uncomfortable with the developments and would expect an apology from the member for Fort Charlotte. Yes?
Mr. Speaker, I cannot apologize.
Member, take your seat. That's warning number one. Take your seat. The chair orders you to apologize for your actions in the delay in coming to the House today after the debate has been going on for as long as it has. We were sitting through many hours on both sides, and today the record would show that your attendance has been very similar to last year's debate, and it suggests that something was afoot or some attempt to come to speak when you so desire to speak. It doesn't work that way in here. If you're going to speak today, you must apologize. That word is final.
Speaker, I can produce the electronic communication.
You're not going to speak unless you apologize. Take your seat. This is your final warning, and afterwards
Speaker,
you will be named.
Mr. Speaker, I will apologize for the fact that the communications that I frequently sent to the leader of opposition business in this House were not forwarded on to you. I regret that that did not occur because it has clearly created the misperception that I intended disrespect to this House and to you. So for that lack of information forwarding to yourself, I sincerely apologize. It was never intended that this House was meant to be disrespected or for the perception of any disrespect to be conveyed.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Member for Central Grand Bahama.